Ya nos estamos chiflando.
Hey.
Tuesday otra vez. Pero va a ser un Tuesday a toda madre, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us on a special Tetera Tuesday edition of #PVT Live. Woo! Asústame one time. We're kicking off the week really nice. We got StefaniMontiel here with us tonight.
Yeah!
And Gabe Zavala too, man. He's going to be here with us.
Hey, hey.
Oye, Jax, el Gabe que... No, nomás Stephanie.
Llegó bien, como bien tímido, ¿no?
No, yo le mandé un text, para...
Bien shy.
Y le dije, yeah, so you and Stephanie can join us on the show. And no, just Stephanie will be attending the show.
No, but then after I saw a few episodes, I think, you know what? She's going to need a raza translator.
Yeah.
Mira, mi amor, what they're trying to say is...
We've never had a raza translator in the show before, so that's a first.
Yeah,
That's what we do.
Man. That's all. Can we take you to all our shows? Yes.
Checamos.
Yeah. So when I was hoping he'd say, yeah, we'll do it, right? And then I said, yeah, maybe when he gets here, me lo voy a capotear. Hey, siéntate ahí, carnal. No, just go ahead and sit there. Okay, you won't be on the show. Ponle una cámara. No, he won't be on the show. Ponle una cámara, baby. Okay.
Hey.
But he came in, he's like, hey, you know what I was thinking? I was like, yeah, dude, let's do it.
It's not every day you get to sit on a throne, so, when someone offers a throne, pues.
Ponle la cámara.
I was going to say.
Ponle la cámara, Gabe, babe.
Hello.
El Gabe, and it's interesting porque le dije a Stephanie, oye, Stephanie, si quieres sentarte ahí con el red, porque son los pictures tuyos que tienes y todo de quisitos y todo eso. Dale.
¿Verdad?
Y no, whose phone is on?
Yes, we need a...
Somebody's phone is on?
Yeah, we need
It's
super loud.
This is an Alcoholics Anonymous class. Everybody turn your phones off.
No, it's not mine.
No pictures.
No,
Okay. Yeah, I was like getting the feedback since the beginning. I'm like, somebody cut it off.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no wonder you picked up my phone right now. You're like, is it this? No.
So where the hell was I anyway? What the hell was I rambling on?
The red background and who we're going to sit where.
Yes.
And Stephanie just said, I'll sit right over here. And
Well,
look at where
because-
she sat. Look at that. Awesome.
Because they call me the All-American Sweetheart.
That is amazing. Perfect.
Perfect.
I was perfect. But all week I was thinking, she'll sit on the red, It's like the same brandy.
But that was great thinking. I didn't even
That's todo.
it didn't cross my mind.
I
but
pledge allegiance to the flag.
Eso.
Asústame one time.
Little stars and stripes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got our producer, Rally. What's going on, sweetheart?
Hey, shout out to everyone that's on the chat zone already. Emilio, Anaya, Joe Gutierrez, and all the ladies in the house. What's up?
Órale.
Hey.
Pobre babe, estaban chingas ahorita con el pinche TV. Te voy a comprar un TV nuevo, babe, para Christmas. Okay?
No, not a TV,
What's
a
that?
VGA cable, please.
What's
Oh, my goodness.
Or an HDMI, sorry, a HDMI cable. You see, I'm still like...
Te voy a comprar
2000s.
un TV de 80 pulgadas. Un pinche big screen y la
We will
chingada.
not fit in here.
Y
We
te
will
voy a
not
poner
fit
ahí
in here.
y para Christmas te lo... So, préstame tu Sam's card, por favor.
Hey, no tienes vergüenza.
I heard they were having a great deal.
God.
Préstame la Sam's card, babe.
Yes, because I'm the one with the good credit line.
Yeah, vale.
Always.
Tiene un 400, no, tiene un 800, no?
Yes, 801.
Oh my goodness.
I have half of that. I have like 500.
Yeah, speaking of 500, tenemos al Jax. ¿Qué pasó, Jax? ¿Cómo está, Dan?
Un saludo a toda la raza que nos está aquí viendo en todas partes de Estados Unidos. Everybody watching us from everywhere in the United States. I'm going to give a quick shout out. Saludos para DJ N8, Sam Gaitán, Cintia Guajardo, Héctor Arteaga, Joey, Aurelio Pérez, Omar Vázquez from Donna, Texas, Mart Fabila, Carlos from Texas, Vanessa Sanchez, Basilio Ortega, Shelby Rodriguez, Jamie Rios, Alfredo Rios, and Esteban Perales from Chicago, Illinois. Saludos a todos ustedes. Gracias por vernos aquí en #PVT. And thank you to Stephanie for being here and her husband.
All right. And we're really excited about
We
that. Because, Stephanie, we never really connected, ¿verdad? Or like, I mean, I don't know. I was thinking maybe they think I'm scary or something, or they're afraid
Just
of
a
me.
little.
Y ahorita hubieras visto a Stephanie, pues estaba bien nerviosa. She's kind of nervous. Y que esto lo tiene stage fright ahorita. You've performed
This
in
is
front
a
of
lot.
thousands.
Like, this is a lot right now. Like, I love it. I mean, but I'm not even going to tell you what we were talking about before we got on the air. But it's a lot, y'all.
Dude, we had an amazing conversation off the air. It was fantastic, and we were cracking up. And then me and Jax, we went on a rollo. You know how we start talking, ladies and gentlemen, and I could hear with Stephanie just laughing in the background. And Gabriel.
I thought it was kind of stinky, the conversation.
No, hombre, cada rato hablamos de ese jale aquí, ¿verdad? ¿Verdad que sí, Jax?
No matter what, our conversations always end up steering into poop for some reason. But it's a good conversation. It brings people. Poop brings people together.
It's like I said, you're gonna connect with everybody.
Yes,
it's not any certain demo or any certain
Everybody
age
poops, y'all.
group or no con todos.
Yes,
even from infants to old men, dude. You know what I mean? Right?
Oh yeah.
So
no matter.
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
No matter what color you are, everyone's poop is caca brown.
Wow.
And on that note,
Jack, stop being so gross, Jack.
I'm sorry. It's
I
always.
love it.
I'm a disgusting human being.
qué falta de respeto.
Ay, por favor, look who's talking.
I am the black sheep of my family.
Deja tú las criaturas. Ay,
Oh my God.
los niños.
Hey, if the parents are letting their kids watch TV at this time, they're not good parents.
Hey, pues, hey, it's not this time. It's the new time, porque tuvieron que mover el reloj para...
Sí, es que yo todavía estoy bien zafado de, todavía estoy en el otro time, yo.
Sí, estás en el otro time zone.
I'm in back to the, I need to go back to the future.
Oh.
Muy interdimensional el vato.
I don't know. When I was younger, I never felt the time change.
No.
And now I feel the freaking time change.
I thought they were going to do away with it.
Well, why don't they?
I mean, I know they presented it to the House, but I guess they didn't.
Eso bien político este.
Pues, I was watching
They
C-SPAN
presented it to
too.
the House. I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill.
Yeah.
And I'm heading straight to Capitol Hill. I did.
You
remember that one? Remember
Man,
that
that's
one?
great.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, so I heard that as well,
Yeah.
but I think it has something to do with agriculture or something like that. Right? They changed the hour and something about for the spring forward, you get more daylight for the crops and all.
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
it's outdated, whatever it was, I believe.
It's like the Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is that? Right? Have you ever heard of the Farmer's Almanac?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
I have. I was talking with Nano Ramirez. He's like a promoter down there, right? He brings on bands. I mean, everybody. He's brought everybody down, right?
Yeah.
And he was saying, hey, we're thinking of doing this festival in this time. And it was like 6 months ahead. And I'm like, well, man, it's going to be November. We might have like, no, but the Farmer's Almanac is telling us that que esto, el otro, que la chingada, que va a estar bueno la weather. Que esto,
Wow.
What? How the hell does that book tell you that shit? I would see the Farmer's Almanac at HEB.
Yeah.
Did I ever pick it up? No. What the hell? I mean, do you know anything about that?
Well, I know that we were talking about poop earlier, and I've seen more Farmer's Almanacs in the restroom than any other book. So that's about all I can say about that.
You know what I was-
God. Now do you understand why he's up here with us tonight?
So that's my correlation there. And pues,
when I was a kid, in our bathroom, we had a catalog, a Sears catalog.
Oh, yeah.
And
in the circles.
yeah, and I mean, us as a kid, we'd sit there, we'd go to the toy section to see what we want mom and dad to buy us or order us, right?
Yes.
And then we'd end up like in the bra section all of a sudden. By accident. It's by accident, bro. I mean, there's women in panties and bras. I don't know how the hell I got that far back into that thick catalog, but you know what I'm saying? But,
Pages and pages.
yeah. And some were stuck together. I don't know why, but oh my God.
Check the Farmer's Almanac.
Chica. Che huerco mugroso, chica.
Hey, someone on the chat says, Joe Gutierrez says the Farmer's Almanac is more accurate than the weatherman on TV.
That's what there it is.
That's
there
true.
That is
Thank
an
you,
interesting
Joe.
stat.
That's true.
So there you go.
¿Qué más quieres?
I'm still not going to pick it up at HEB, but but I'll take it for that, right? I'll still watch the guy. I'll let the weatherman lie to me again, all right?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank Rody's Country Fried Chicken in Eagle Pass, Texas. Old-fashioned country cooking since 1985. 36 years of serving Eagle Pass with delicious fried chicken with all the sides, fish and shrimp, hot dogs, chicken fried steak. They're going to have a wrestling event. We'll tell you about that in a bit. But the Gizzards, have you guys ever gone to Eagle Pass? I'm sure you have. Kickapoo and all that. What the hell am I talking about? It's right down the street from San Antonio.
Yes, sir.
Go buy roadies, man. Next time you guys go down there and
You
perform.
had me at Gizzards.
Yeah, no, hombre, tiene un sauce, special sauce, secret recipe. Le echas a los gizzards, carnal.
Órale.
My God, bro, we're going to be licking your fingers all day long.
That's what I'm saying.
And he's got the playland, so you want to take the kids or the grandkids or whatever, ladies and gentlemen. It's right close to the Kickapoo Casino there, the entrance on Indio Highway. And you see that ring right there? They're going to have a wrestling event. So un saludito para Rick Roadies, because he's going to be down in the Rio Grande Valley, 956.
He is? Woo!
Yeah,
Rick.
he's going to be on Jack's World.
Yeah.
Jax has a video show where he cooks and stuff.
Really?
I'm gonna have Rick on the show. He's coming down in 2 days. He's been really excited, calling me and planning this, and we're gonna make some chicken, some gizzards, and we're gonna cook it live. Oh, not live. We're gonna cook it in the show, and it's gonna be cool.
And
He's gonna show me some secrets.
Yeah, and going back full circle, he purged this past weekend, right?
Yeah, he did purge.
Yeah, because apparently.
We're going to work that into every conversation.
No, dude, honestly. Apparently, should I even say this? No, right? It's all.
No.
I think he has people that are watching it in the
okay,
restaurant.
never mind,
Don't
bro.
even say it.
They're having a watch party, remember?
I know.
Totally.
But
Let's be considerate.
Sí. Yeah. No talking food
a lo
science.
mejor-
at the
Before we
table.
continue, saludos a Vanessa Sanchez. Thank you for your super chat.
Thank
She says,
you.
hello to Stephanie. Please let Stephanie know that Milwaukee, Wisconsin loves her. And please thank her for bringing their Texas heat to Mexican Fiesta.
yeah.
We love
All
Vanessa
right.
and Fela and all the crew out there for the Milwaukee Fest. You guys were awesome. We were the only artists in the history of the Milwaukee Festival to have a police escort because we couldn't get through to the traffic because there were so many people trying to get there at the time we were performing. So it was
crazy.
This year was amazing. We've gone a few years in the past, but thank you, Vanessa and Fela and all the crew out there for having us. It's always an incredible time out there. Y'all have to go if you don't ever.
We've got some videos, as a matter of fact, that we're going to share with everybody tonight.
Sweet.
Of you in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I mean, the stage was huge. You had-
Amazing.
I mean, you came on with tons of energy. It was fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. We'll show you in a little bit. Want to thank Top Floor Cars Classic Car Dealership también from 301 South Market Street in Brenham, Texas. Tony and Carlos, they've got this awesome truck, man. That and look at that. This is the class. It's
man.
probably going to go really fast. But tan limpiecita la troca, the engine, mira, it purrs.
Oh, my goodness.
Y nombre que bárbaro, el AC y todo el pedo, man. That truck is awesome. You might want to call him and find out what they want for it. 979-337-1006 is the number. Topfloorcars.com. And you can follow them on Facebook and YouTube. As a matter of fact, you'll see the information of the truck on their YouTube and Instagram as well. They'll deliver your classic car to your home. Classic cars and trucks sold worldwide. And look at this one right here.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow,
Look at
that's
that.
beautiful.
That's a nice little truck, man.
That color.
Hey,
Top Floor Cars Classic Car Dealership.
gorgeous.
Give them a call or go visit them or go online and get some information. Thank you, Tony. Carlos, órale, es
Thank you.
todo.
I love when they black out those chrome parts. It
Yeah.
just looks
Yeah, looks nice.
like killer.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
They murder it out.
Ladies and
Murder.
gentlemen, also want to remind everybody because once we get to Stephanie, we're going to go 100%. But this week, Thursday, I'm going to get on the stand-up comedy stage again.
Awesome.
I haven't done that in a while. But we had you in stitches right now, so you can just imagine when I get on stage, forget about it.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna do Thursday night. Show the there you go, the poster right there. That's gonna be Thursday night at the Quinta Ronda, right over here on Nolana and here in McAllen. And of course, I'll be the special guest. We've got headliner Flo Hernandez, and then Valente Rodriguez as well, and Panda Chacon, man, funny guy. So that's going to be on Thursday. And then Friday, I'm going to Brownsville. I haven't been to Brownsville in I don't know how long. And I'm going to be doing and it's a place called Mala Suerte Bar. So we'll be there también con Flo Hernandez. And then I've got some video of Flo. Is there a little comedy video?
Yeah, there is.
Put on that little piece so we can check it out.
So apparently I ain't gonna be funny. Fuck that. Oh, shut up. White people, white girl up here, over here, texting and shit. It's okay, I ain't gonna fuck with you. That's right. I don't do white after Labor Day. Fuck that shit. It's a fashion joke. Fuck out of here, man. The fucking cooks up here, man. White people looking confused. No wonder my nachos are here getting late. Goddamn cooks telling jokes. Man, fuck this shit. You know the rednecks at the state fair and shit running all the games and prizes? Man, fuck this shit, man. Nice but racist at the same time. I walk by, he's already hassling me and say, whoa, where you going, Julio? So my name ain't even Julio, what the fuck? Rednecks, they fucking run all the games and prizes. They frying every goddamn thing at the state fair. Fried butter. What fat ass came up with this concept? Calm down, fat people. You ain't gotta fry every goddamn thing. Fried butter and wrap bacon around every goddamn thing. You know how to make that banana taste better? Go ahead and wrap some bacon. Fry that some, fry it. Fry that some bitch. Fry that some bitch. Fry that shit, man. Fuck this shit. Can I get a napkin? We'll fry that shit too, man. Fuck. Y'all ran out of shit to fry. Y'all fried Big Tex. Y'all fried that big motherfucker right there, man. Which I thought was pretty ballsy, because to white people, that's like their Statue of Liberty and shit, man. We need some more white meat. Go ahead and bring this big ass down. Fuck this shit. Wrap 2 pieces bacon around. Fry that bitch.
I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness.
Thursday night at Quinta Ronda, and then Friday night in Brownsville, and then they're gonna be Saturday night in Westlaco at Ranch House Burgers. I'm not gonna make that one because we're doing our Whiskey D Toy concert, and we want everybody to come by Bourbon Street. Man, I'm gonna be busy this week. And donate some toys. We need some toys, and we're gonna perform at about 9 to 10:30. And 11th Street Band's after us, and they're an amazing band as well. So, come out, check out some of that Southern rock, some classic stuff, and some R&B and all that good stuff, all right? So that's happening this Saturday night, the 11th. Wow. And then I'm going to take it easy for a little bit, man.
Yes.
We got Stephanie and Gabe here.
I'm going to take it easy, and I ain't even doing that. It sounds like so much. I'm going to rest for you.
They make us want to rest.
I know. Bueno más.
Hasta en sueño he creído tenerte,
Damn.
devorándome. He mojado mis sábanas blancas, recordándote.
I love this shit, man. Yeah. That's my shit right there. I was blown away when I saw the videos on YouTube.
Thank you.
Love them. Incredible. Not just anybody can redo this stuff.
He llenado tu tiempo vacío
Sang it perfect.
de aventuras más.
Yeah.
Y mi mente se llena de tristeza por no verte más.
The lyrics are so awesome, right?
Oh, man.
Love
Good
this
song.
song, man.
Siendo el amor te he nombrado sin quererlo yo, porque en todos busco los.
Were you nervous, like, knowing that Gabe was going to put you through this? Because the songs that you recorded on this album, Mis Favoritas, they're those songs that, man, not many people can touch, and I heard every single song you redid, and they sound amazing. You all did a great job.
Mi cama nadie es como tú.
Oh, yeah.
No he podido encontrar el querer
Damn.
que dibuje en mi cuerpo y en cada rincón sin que sobre un pedazo de piel. Ven, devórame otra vez. Ven, devórame otra vez.
Damn. That sounds amazing, Stephanie.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was so much fun, kind of like reliving these songs as, an adult.
Yeah.
Because when I learned them, when I first started listening to them, I was a kid. I was just loving Tejano music. I was learning Tejano music. And so these songs bring back so many memories for me of just getting started in the industry and just how jaded and how starstruck and in awe of everyone I was at the time. It was just like, wow. And now to come kind of full circle and just pay tribute to those artists who I looked up to so much and who now I've shared the stage with and become friends with. It's just like, wow.
30 years?
It's crazy.
30 years?
I can't believe it.
30 years. Where has time gone, right? I mean, did we even believe like back in the 90s when everything was going so fast and we never thought we'd be here, right? I mean, I never thought 2024 or 2023,
I know it.
And I mean, we've got the video clips of these songs. Guys, you need to check out the videos. They put some really hard work into them.
Thank you.
And I love the setup when you're all are like perfectly aligned, and it's like a movie screen, right? But let's check it out. Do we have it there, babe?
You're already making me lose my eyelash over here from all the laughing and crying I'm doing.
I know.
You guys are
It's the very first one, babe. It's it should be the very first one.
The
I
big
put
stage.
Yeah. No. Wait a second.
It gets confusing because there's so many.
Yeah. It's after it should be after. Let me see here. Should be after the Whiskey D toy concert poster plus video.
It's the one in front of Big O stage where she's wearing blue.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, this is Hasta Cuando.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been the one that kind of took off on us, man. Like when we first released them, Ven Devórame was really it was the first one. So, but then after that, once they were each released, I think we did one a week.
Yeah.
And but once they kind of all got released, Hasta Cuando has been the one that's really taken off. And they let us know that even like on other Tejano stations that the original is also starting to pick up as well. They're starting to spin it a lot more.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool how these favoritas, remembering the old stuff, is kind of bringing more attention to the original songs.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a win-win for everybody. Man.
Yeah.
It's been really cool.
Yeah, and so you got some radio airplay. Did they play? Did you have any trouble getting these songs on the radio? I mean, because
we didn't really actually promote it to radio that much. This was more of just a side project that we wanted to do and something that I had been wanting to do for a while now. We actually talked about this during COVID, and it was something that I said, I want to do an album of just all my favorite songs. And so we had a big old list of all these different songs, from all these artists, talk about from Ana Roman to, Tomas to Jay Perez and everyone in between. So we started narrowing down and we were like, there's just too many songs. So how are we going to do this, And so we kind of decided that we were going to do volumes. And so this is volume 1 with the favoritas, and this is the rancheras. And the next one we're working on already. Gabriel's got pretty much all the music done already. And I just got to go and, we say we're going to take a break, but when we take a break, that means let's jump in the studio and go record. So that's probably what we're going to be doing this week, doing vocals on the baladas.
there's no break in the music industry.
Oh, no.
No, it's...
And especially now that, you've got, social media to deal with,
Yes.
all kinds of stuff. I mean, can you imagine if we had social media back in the 90s? I mean,
No way.
it'd be...
It would have been awesome.
Yeah, it probably would have, right?
Yeah. I mean, just to remember, like, what the bands were dressing like, how they looked, what the energy show they brought, the pyrotechnics. I mean, it was an amazing time when these songs were first released, man.
Yeah.
So reliving that, like Stephanie says, like I know from her perspective, from the vocalist perspective, she was singing all her favorite songs. But for me as a producer, well, it was tough, man. Recreating these particular songs.
I can imagine, dude.
There's
It all
so-
lays on your own, man. I mean,
There's so much vibe and flavor in those originals. I just didn't want to mess it up, and that's why, like, sometimes we hear some of these remakes that people do where they kind of put their own onda, which is all good. But for me personally, these songs are ingrained in my DNA, man. So I could not I couldn't mess with them too much. So
I think that's what made I guess attracted
The
me to the
magic,
songs is because they were like so close to the original, and then to sing those songs. I mean, not everybody's gonna have the guts to do it, and Stephanie did, and she did fabulous,
she
bro.
killed it. She killed it.
Like, are you in the studio? Are you telling her, okay? Are you the one that kind of guides her, or does it's all on her, or what, man?
Well, first of all, she always brings it, and if anything, I kind of maybe just try to tame that a little bit because she's an amazing vocalist. And there's some times where there's things that she's hearing that are definitely getting past me. But that's why I think we make a good team is because she brings so much to the table, but then I kind of try to tailor it for mass consumption, I guess you could say.
And who has the last word? I mean,
¿Cómo no?
Yeah,
Por
really?
favor,
I mean,
Eso.
maybe that's the truth, but I always do like listen to what he says because he's the one that's in the studio and he's the one producing these songs. And not only for myself but for many other artists who are doing very well on radio, and so I'm like, he obviously knows what he's doing, and whether I want to hear this Mariah Carey note up here, maybe it's not the right time and not the right song.
no le eches mucha crema a los tacos,
Right,
Stephanie.
right.
Exactamente.
Nomás un poquito.
Exactamente.
Yeah.
Just what it needs.
Yeah, and but when you decided to release these songs, I mean, there was about like 2 years ago, a year ago. How long ago was this album?
No, this was recently. This one was just a month.
Just a few months ago.
Yeah, a few months ago. Yeah.
Also, Quisitos is like, because you sent me Quisitos. Quisitos is a single, right?
That's Steph's brand new single.
Órale.
But the cover stuff we're listening to is a project called Viento, and Viento is just kind of a name of a collection of projects, which Stephanie really killed this one. But there's also 2 other Viento projects that we did where we paid tribute to Fito.
Okay.
So there's a whole Fito album, but instead of the sax, I played the guitar leads on there. So it's got distortion on it. So some of the minor cumbia sound really rocky. It's really cool.
Shit.
But then I'm singing on those. So, but again, this was just kind of a project just to kind of let our wiggles go, man. And huge shout out to my studio partner, Mr. Ramon Gonzalez Mora, amazing songwriter. It was him that really, once Steph said she had the idea, it was him that said, you know what, that's brilliant. We should do that. So he kind of helped us put it all together, release it and all that stuff. And actually the Viento idea is his project. So. So it was just an amazing opportunity to create a lot of music, but also pay homage to the music that inspired us, and for sure, Steph. And like I said, man, just listening to it, the way they came out.
Which one was the toughest song, dude?
La Única Estrella.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's hear that one,
Definitely.
man. I want to check this out. The beginning or what?
Yes, the timing, because he did it exactly like the timing, and we pretty much followed it.
All the tempo changes, I sat there and dialed them all in. Every measure, every half measure, I was counting the tempo changes so I could match it exactly to the
Puro
original.
mathematics, ya madre,
Sí,
¿no?
bien,
I know,
Lo que es.
bien nerdy.
I
el
gotta
vato.
make it so hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
But make it sound so easy, right?
Hoy no más. I like to see you getting down on the accordion too, bro.
Sí, señor.
En los videos.
Yeah.
Estás dejando caer, bro, gacho, bro. So you're from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Stephanie?
Yes, I took a left turn at Albuquerque, and after that I came to San Antonio.
Eso, mero.
That's crazy, man. One of my favorite shows was from Albuquerque.
Yeah?
Yeah, Breaking Bad.
Oh my gosh. Yes. It's so crazy to see it because I'm like, oh my God, I know that place. Oh my God, do you remember we went there? Yeah, it's all Albuquerque. It's so cool. So
Yeah.
cool.
I've seen videos where people go and they go to
Take
the
pictures
film,
of all the places.
the houses and all that. There's Pinkman's house, So you all checked out the whole series, or what? Did you check it out?
My dad definitely, yeah. I kind of watched bits and pieces, but my dad was like, he got hooked on it because, of course, because he knew all the places and, we all of us grew up there.
So how old were you when you came to San Antonio from Albuquerque?
I was 18.
18?
18 when I started came to the Tejano Music Awards. And I loved Tejano music before that.
How was it growing up in Albuquerque? And you were growing up in the 80s, right? Or something like that?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, 80s, 90s. It's like, my dad was a musician, and I started singing with him very early on, very, very, very young. I was 5 years old when I started recording with him and his band, and then I remained with the band and kept playing and performing at different, events and weddings and, anything I could sing for, I was there. But he had, one year he gave me a record player for Christmas.
Okay.
And
how old were you around that time?
At that time, I was very little. I was 5.
Okay.
And so he was, he would give me, like, people would give him music to listen to, and he'd be like, oh, okay, whatever. So he would just kind of put it there. I would listen to it, and I would learn them. I didn't know who anybody was.
Yeah.
I would just listen to it, learn it. And so when he would leave, that's when I would get into his Tejano collection, and I would get his big albums out, because he let me see the 45s, but I'd get into the album collection.
And who did he have in the collection?
Ruben, Sonny,
all the octogenarians.
Yes,
right?
like all the big band, the orchestra. And so Laura Canales, I fell in love with her very, very early on. And I loved her voice, and I loved her, just the purity in her and preciseness of her vocals, and just how flawlessly she sang.
One of my favorite albums is the Laura, is her and Carlos Miranda doing the mariachi album.
Yeah, it's a great
Envidias y Buena Suerte Corazón.
Yes.
Oh my God, her voice is like amazing on that album, man.
Yeah.
And that was back when there wasn't much computer stuff to fix your voice,
Right. That's when you know it's true talent, raw talent.
Solid talent, man. Really big time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then playing back in the 70s and 80s where, it wasn't that easy for women, dude. I mean, it was a male-dominated music industry. They ran the shots.
I'm like, como que was?
Well, it still is. I mean, I haven't really been in the music industry. I mean, I do the podcast, pero pues I don't really hang out with a lot of label guys or anything like that. I mean, there are a few labels left, right? Freddie Records is one of them. Yeah. Are you all doing everything independent, or?
Yes. At the moment, we are definitely. We've been independent for a little while, right, babe?
For a while now, yeah. We started our label many years ago. Actually, we got our first Grammy nomination the first year that we had our label. So we got a Latin Grammy nomination, and then we had a Grammy nomination, and continued on. And then from there, we kind of signed back with some other labels and continued on with the career, through them. But now it's just kind of like we've kind of gone back to, the grassroots, and, it's a lot easier for us to do what we want to do, when we want to do it, and how we want to do it, and in the time that we have, because it's Gabriel's super busy with everything that he does with his studio, but it's nice to have the freedom to release music when you want to, and not so much like on a time frame, but just when we see fit.
Yeah, and then the videos, and you have to handle all that. You got to put that all together.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Everything we do is pretty much, conceived and created in-house.
Are you a workaholic?
Pues,
Yes.
I don't want to admit it. I don't want to speak it into existence, but man, I work hard, bro.
Do you have trouble? Do you have trouble sleeping?
No. I could fall asleep right now if you told me to.
But then when you wake up, you can't go back to sleep.
Yeah. I'm a
Your
pretty
mind's
good
always
sleeper.
going, right, dude?
Well, yes.
I mean, these creative guys that we have here on the show, it's like they're different. They're not human.
Yeah.
They're not regular humans. They're not, bro. Dudes like you aren't regular humans, dude.
No,
and especially a guy that goes in there and plays like all the instruments, and then records, and then has a ear, and then guides and produces, and I mean, that's crazy.
And he didn't even tell you, but he recorded all those videos, and he edited them, he put them together, everything. He did everything.
And he wouldn't want anybody else to do it, because if they do it, he'd look at it and say, no, we need to change this. I know his vision is what counts.
Man.
That's it.
What's
period.
crazy though about him is, like, if he doesn't know how to do something, immediately he'll figure it out. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's, I think when I first was dating him, he worked at a studio in San Antonio called GMP. And I mean, he knew how to record and everything, but he didn't really know how to hook up a studio. But this boy seriously learned how to hook up an entire recording studio by himself. I mean, he figured it out. He did it several times, and then
he's a cool looking nerd.
I'm like, how do you even know what goes where? Like, I don't get this.
Puro touch and feel.
Are you kidding? Chinga, I put a cage together for my dog without seeing the manual, and I'm excited. And it was just
Oh
a
my
fold
God.
out. You know what I mean? And mira, vieja, mira.
Mira, lo que
Me
hice.
saqué la pinche daga. You know?
That's
And
a
then,
mistake.
you know, she has to make me tortillas and shit. You know?
There you go.
Reward
But
me.
we
right?
still took out the instructions,
Yeah.
though. Don't lie. Don't lie.
And I don't know what those extra 3 screws are for.
There's
but-
always extras, right?
Always extras.
Yeah.
What a mess.
Yeah.
So true.
No, but
Por si acaso.
I'm very like intrigued with dudes like you, man,
Oh, thanks,
because you know, to be able to create like what I've heard and what I've seen,
Awesome. No, I appreciate it very
and
much.
without the help of a label, man, you're doing it all on your own, dude. You know?
Yeah, no, man. You know, I think that's kind of why, because I think I've always kind of had that kind of different vision, I guess you could say, a little bit. But it's hard working with labels that they just want a certain thing. They don't know how to tell you. They don't know all this stuff, but they know it has to be like this. And sometimes it could be a little rigid, you know. So it's like,
Cookie
man,
cutter kind of shit. or
yeah,
what,
you
bro?
know. And when we got into this, when all this was blowing up, you know, we had more ideas to bring to the table than what people were accepting as far as the execs and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, well, where's the creativity? Because as a fan of, like, of course, Tejano, but you also love country, you also love pop and all the stuff that's happening. Like, when I was first learning in the onda, like, everybody was borrowing from pop. You know, you look at Mas, what they were doing in the early days when they were painting their face like Kiss.
Yeah.
When you see Sombra, when they used to dress like Bobby Brown, you know, Selena with Paul Abdul, you know, everybody was taking La Mafia también, taking pop ideas
See,
and giving them to our raza.
yeah,
But then for a while, that stopped, and then it went very rural. You know what I'm saying? It all started becoming Michael Salgado, Intocable. Okay, so the pop stuff's out. Now it's the more rural cowboy
Yeah.
type thing with the music and organic and all that.
Yeah.
But I kind of always stayed with that kind of pop thing.
yeah.
And so, like, we'd work on music for Steph, and yeah, the label was like, no, that's too cutting edge. It's too, like, some of the words.
You're pushing the
No,
envelope too
no.
much.
Let me tell you the phrase that just irks me. That's not Tejano.
Ying.
I've heard that about 750 million times in my career, man.
Sing.
But when they let it through, it does things. You know, like I'm sorry, it's not your Tejano, but bro, like, this is my personal, like, I wake up and I go to sleep with this every day, and I study and not only our market but other markets, and I'm just like, I'm seeing trends that are happening globally that should be happening here in Texas. Like, what's going on here, you know? And sometimes those ideas need to be let through, and sometimes they need to kind of ease off. When I say they, I mean the people that think they know what it's supposed to look like and sound like.
Yeah. And on social media, there's chingos of record producers. Vato.
Oh, yeah.
Sin licencia. Sin
Pues,
licencia.
¿qué vas a hacer? I mean, yeah,
Right.
no, let me tell you, bro.
Everybody, like, there's like everybody on social media, they have different degrees for whatever they might need to post in. Okay, let me get my lawyer degree out. You know?
Yes. No, it is tough, pero, you know, a veces, sometimes, you know, some good stuff falls, you know, slips through the cracks, and people get turned on by it, man. And so that's why I think, you know, like, people should just be a little bit more open-minded.
Creative artists aren't supposed to be like tied down or there shouldn't be any boundaries to the craft, to the art, you know. And you know, you never know when you might find the next big thing.
That's what I'm saying.
And if you're just staying the formula, man, I mean, you know, you're only gonna take it so far,
or they're gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because if the Tejano industry isn't opening their doors, hey, there's a lot of genres out there. You just put a couple tweaks, put a tuba in there, put a 12-string, and now, hey, you know, it's this. But if they don't open the doors, somebody else is gonna open the doors. So it's, you know, if they're coming up to us with some new Tejano, some new ideas, we should be the first to say, okay, how can we make this work, instead of saying that's not gonna work.
That's right.
So
yeah, man. And then Stephanie, you're lucky you got this guy, right?
I'm serious.
Are you lucky?
No, I'm
Ese
so
sí no lo
blessed.
corres de la casa, chingas.
It's not
tarde,
luck.
baby. No pedo.
It's blessed. He's a blessing. He really
And a
is, and
curse
he's so
sometimes,
knowledgeable.
And a curse.
What's his most annoying trait or what?
oh my goodness.
What's your
So
pet
many
peeve on him?
ways,
Because,
so many ways.
like, my wife, she hates me putting my toenails on the nightstand, right?
Oh my God.
Where
stop
else are
it.
you gonna
That's
put them?
disgusting.
Where else are you gonna put
I
them?
have a collection.
Yeah.
Is there another spot?
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
Son's
Dude,
a
and the
keeper.
reason I put them on a nightstand because the nightstand's dark, so I can see them. You know,
Mira esta, babe. Mira.
you know, they're you
So
know, but
disgusting.
This one came out perfect.
it is a
Symmetry.
keeper.
The
It's a
symmetry.
keeper.
You need a little box. There you go.
She got Steph. She got me a little trash can, plastic trash can, like the ones that are outside. And she
I
goes,
did.
"This is for you to put your toenails in."
From Amazon, okay? Where else did you
I
find
got
something
it
like
at
that?
I got it at the Dollar Tree.
Awesome.
Before I do it, it had like this much freaking pinche nails collection bruto,
Shit,
carnal.
madre, estás peor que pinche
God.
gold
Yo iba a hacer un
member.
art o algo, carnal, con el pinche
Should I go get it? No, I'm just kidding.
Were you leaving pieces of DNA behind in case you need to clone you in the
yes.
future?
That's exactly what I told him. Just in case we got to clone you, I have the specimens.
it all.
Specimens?
Yeah, you're gonna put it into the clone machine. It's gonna get the fuck out of here.
Va a salir un big old toenail.
Con
Oye,
barba. Con barba.
Oye, las-
y
And
lentes.
sunglasses.
la Stephanie se está desarrollando. Está entrando jokes y la chingada.
I'm real quiet usually. I'm like,
Well, I'm glad your juices are flowing right now because
Oh,
y'all are too much.
What
I'm
is-
like, I had to join in.
what is the pet peeve of que
know-
que deja sus toenails en la cocina o
Oh
qué
my
chingada?
gosh, babe.
No, you
Tread
know,
softly. Tread softly.
I'm
Be
trying
honest.
to think. I'm trying to think. And
be honest.
I'm honestly trying to think. But
Say it. Say
the only
it.
thing, he loves to play video games.
Okay.
Like, so when he's off, like from music or when he needs to like, you know, decompress or whatever, he plays video games. So all
No, but that's not a
hours
good one,
of-
Stephanie. That's
When
not-
you're trying to sleep next to this dude and he's like yelling and screaming and all excited.
that's
But
annoying.
like he
That's
doesn't do
annoying.
anything normal, like poke his belly button and smell his finger or anything like that. I mean,
Not in front of me.
no, okay, all right.
He might when he's reading the almanac.
He's a gentleman, babe. He's not like you. He's a
No,
gentleman.
no Dutch oven or nothing. No Dutch ovens.
Those creative guys are so perfect. Chingao.
No tiene ni un pelo. ¿Cómo dicen? Ni un pelo en la. O ¿cómo dicen? No tiene nada que le pise. I don't know how they say that
Well,
in Mexico.
too
How do they
funny.
say
so
that in
video
Mexico?
games.
Video games.
Which video game?
And I
What-
try to like them. I try to sit there and like get
Yeah,
interested
she's a good
in them.
sport. She's a good sport.
And I'll ask questions, but then I'm like, dang, God, like,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
okay, how long are you gonna ride this horse, babe?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry. Yes.
¿Qué juegas o qué en los video
Red,
games?
ahorita Red Dead.
Red
Red Dead
Dead.
Redemption.
He's all in his.
Oh,
in
that's
his,
a badass
in his
game.
vaquero.
Yo no sé nada de los pinche
Oh,
games.
yeah,
A mí
yeah.
dame pinche Galaga, you know.
Ooh, I can do Galaga.
And
Ándale.
it's
I
a
can
game
do
that
Galaga.
you're basically a guy like,
No quiero ni saber del game ese, carnal.
like Clint Eastwood.
Tráeme Miss Pac-Man o algo, güey, algo de aquellas.
You're a guy in the fucking Wild West.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a fucking.
Pues yo quiero
horse
ser,
and shit.
I want to be a little yellow circle eating, eating ghosts.
Right?
That's what I want
That's
to
the
be.
thing is with his games, it takes forever to get to like the main. Like you have to do so many other little
I
things to get
know.
to the
Little
main parts, and
quests.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I ain't got that time
That's,
for that
that's where the
shit.
juice
but
is.
it
That's where the
relaxes him.
juice
It
is,
relaxes
yeah.
him.
El
so
que
I'm
me
like,
gustaba
okay.
era Donkey, no Donkey Kong, era, ¿cómo se llama?
Frogger?
Mario. Ah, sí, Frogger. Frogger también
Yeah,
está de
Frogger
aquellas,
was
bro.
good.
El frog que está cruzando la
Mario.
calle, lo aplastas y la
Did,
chingada.
oye, Dad, did you
No.
ever play the duck one cuando le disparabas?
Duck
Yes,
Hunt. Duck
Duck
Hunt.
Hunt.
Yes.
With the little gun, right?
Yes,
I
played that
Love
one.
that one.
Those
Hated
are
that
those
dog.
are insensitive now. Don't even talk about them, man.
I feel offended. I feel
What
offended.
about ducks were harmed?
What about the ducks' lives, dude? You
I
know?
know.
Even though
my
they're
God.
digital, right?
Stop.
Ah,
Even if they're digital.
Hombre.
Ducks' lives matter.
Está todo, ya está todo
Duck 'em all.
Está- Oye, la que llegó bien nerviosa. Mírala.
Hoy no más.
Hey, we're
man.
getting ducked up tonight.
What do you play? PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation, brother.
Es todo, es todo.
Yeah.
Chica, yo no sé nada de esos video games. I don't have the patience for
No,
that shit.
you do need patience.
I don't even have patience to fish, dude. I don't even do
Oh,
the
no
fishing
shit,
thing. I'm
no
not even.
kidding.
Yo estoy en la casa aquí con los perros bateando así, you know, yo estoy en la
Well, let me
chinga.
tell you how bad this is. I fish in the game.
Oh, you can.
Sí,
So you'd be double mad, bro.
sí, ya. Va a haber un digital fish fry a la noche.
Sacan los gizzards.
Saca el digital disco. El disco con el. Ya la cagué.
Disco. You have to say disco.
When you said disco, I was like, ay.
Vamos a hacer
Gringo.
una digital disqueada.
Yes.
De fish fry.
Digital
papá.
desmadre.
Yeah, ya se me antojó un pinche fish fry.
Say, speaking of fish fry and Jax over there, who's on the chat, man? Any questions for
Well, no,
Stephanie?
we have a super chat and we do have some shout outs. So I'm gonna give the shout outs first, and then we're gonna go to the super chat by Marcos Morales.
Awesome.
So Cari Karina, saludos. Mario Galván, Victoria Garcia, Que Honda, saludos. Ramiro Maldonado Jr., Jose Z1, John Herrera from Hereford, Texas, Señor Rudo, Amy Medina from Florida, Juan Lopez from Brownsville, Ruby Mesana, and Marcos Morales has a super chat question, and he says, it's for Stephanie. He says, how is Sasha, and is she single?
Sasha's great. She's doing really, really good. If you guys don't know who Sasha is, she's my sister. She sings with us, and she's been singing with us for many, many years. Sasha is married. She recently had a little girl. Her name is Zia, and she's just a little bit over a year old, but she's doing great, and she's getting back on the road with us. So lots more shows come in where you guys can get out and see Sasha with us.
That is awesome.
There you go, Marcos.
We need you to
your
come
answer.
down. We need you to come down to the 956. You know?
I know, it's been so long, and we love the Valley. Like, this has been one of my favorite places since I was, first coming here to Texas. I came to the Valley, and it was like I was in a whole different world.
And you know what?
Like, wow.
I know that you do.
I love it.
And you know why I know?
Why?
Show the next video, babe. The next video after
Was it the one that we filmed down here?
Uh-huh.
Oh my
Is
God.
it this one?
Oh, man.
Where you walk into South Dallas?
South Dallas?
Yeah. I used to DJ at that club.
Really?
Remember? It was
my God.
always
We used-
hopping on
we used
Tuesday
to
nights.
Come over here all like when I first started, we'd come
Look
to the
at
Valley all the
Stephanie.
time.
Look.
Chula.
Look at that.
How cute.
How old were you there?
I was probably 21, I think, at that time.
Parece que tienes 17, 16.
¿Verdad?
Wow.
That's so funny. Oh
Look
my
at those
gosh.
moves.
Hey.
I think this is the one that has South Dallas in it, right?
No, this one's the video for
is-
Porque Soy Mujer.
Oh, Contigo.
Contigo was the one
that has South
Contigo.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Is it? No, I don't have it on there. Damn, I
okay.
thought it was the one. But yeah, I saw that video of you and you were that young. And it was like South Dallas. What do you remember from that? I mean,
Man,
that was like 94, 95?
Yeah.
right around that time.
Yeah, that's crazy. And South Dallas was a very popular
It
hangout
was.
here.
We used to come a lot. Early on in my career, we spent a lot of time down here, and it's so crazy. We found out we had family down here. Even though we were from New Mexico, we had family that lived here in the Valley.
Sí.
And then Gabe's family was
yeah.
from here. Also, he has
Shout
family
out
out
San
here.
Benny.
Orale, San Benito.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
So it was really cool, and it quickly became just one of my favorite places to play. And then for a while we didn't come. After a while, like we were just kind of West Texas and San Antonio and Houston and Dallas, and it sort of remained that way. But we don't, our love for the Valley still remains.
We need to bring it down. Look
We have
at
a lot of wonderful people here that still support us. So we're
these
thankful.
songs right here. I mean, that's festival stuff right there.
I know,
We
man.
would love that.
Any city in the Rio Grande Valley that's going to do a music festival, we need to call Stephanie and Gabe and get them on the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
We appreciate
And
it.
listen to Mis Favoritas. That's all you got to do. When you get into the committee meeting, just take a little boombox or a little, take
Yes.
a boombox. Ahorita en los pinche 80s, yo todavía tenga.
Right? You're dating
Don't you mean a
yourself, babe.
Bluetooth player?
Yeah, a Bluetooth
They're
player.
back in style, okay? So
Nomás ponlo del pinche teléfono,
Ahí
chica.
está. ¿Qué más quieres?
But play
Oh my
play the Mis
God.
Favoritas, and right away they're gonna and show them the video. I mean,
Yeah.
fantastic, because they eat this stuff up here in the Rio Grande Valley. This kind of
sir.
music,
Yes,
big
sir.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just got a super chat.
Orale, what's
Oh,
going
what
on?
is it?
Saludos to Robert Palacios Jr. with the super chat. He said, just want to send a shout out to El Maestro y la Dueña from ZM/SM Bay.
yes, Houston. He's in the Houston area.
H Town.
The Palacios, we
That's
love
all.
them. They
Yes.
are huge supporters,
Beautiful people.
and And Mr. Palacios can throw a mean grito.
Yeah, he can.
Boy, that
And he's a music connoisseur, man.
He is.
When we talk about the music afterwards, he dives in, man, and he lets you know he's listening to every nuance, and it's really nice to have fans out there that really get into the music, you know. So
they pay attention to the stuff, man.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
And we want to have his cool truck in our video because it's beautiful and
Yes.
awesome. And
What kind of truck does he have?
do you remember? Oh my gosh, he brought it to our last
A
show.
bright one.
Is it an old school? Is it an old school?
No,
Puro
it's
new
a
school.
new
Oh, is it not 4-wheel drive?
It's all lit
Yellowstone?
up underneath
LEDs,
and
light
beautiful.
show,
Yes, so.
subwoofers.
Okay, Robert. Second time I'm asking for the.
It sounds like you're describing my Versa, my 2009 Versa. I have a 2009 Versa with Lamborghini doors.
Hey,
Yeah, that's kidding.
hey, man. We gotta get it however we
Por
can.
$20 se llena. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank Chorizo de H&H Papazos. Dame one time. Qué bárbaro. Ustedes a despertar en la mañana y entran un taquito de chorizo con papa o chorizo con huevo. Mira nomás, what's for breakfast? Mira, H&H Chorizo. Ese es el mejor y lo tienen en los H&Bs. Ahorita les damos la información de eso, pero mira los taquitos en la mañana con un cafecito, un
looks
huevo
delicious.
volteadito
Look at
así. No, hombre, qué bárbaro. Mira,
Wow.
sunny side up, chorizo H&H, chorizo de H&H. Muchas gracias a la familia Hinojosa. And you can go to H&Bs here in the Rio Grande Valley, Brownsville, San Benito, Harlingen, Mercedes, Westlaco, Elsa, Dana, San Juan, Far, Edinburgh, órale. And if they don't have it at your H-E-B, you make sure and tell them that you want chorizo de H&H. You guys like barbecue?
Oh man, love
Yes.
Dude, we found the best place.
it. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aces Barbecue. We want to thank them. Mission, Edinburgh, and then now down the street over here on Nolana and McAllen. They've got some amazing barbecue, ladies and gentlemen. La Familia Aguilar are masters of the flame, bringing you the juiciest, most tender brisket. Look at that. They've got food. Man, it's
Oh, Lord.
amazing. Aces Barbecue Pit Masters have perfected the art of barbecue that's delicious with or without barbecue sauce. Yo casi nunca le echo barbecue sauce porque chiva, ir a las brisket enchiladas.
Brisket enchiladas, y'all.
You gotta try
The
those.
best.
I wanna
The
try
best.
that.
Fried fish también, los Fridays, nombre que bárbaro. It is one of the best, if not the best, barbecue place in McAllen, Texas. We're going to be doing some comedy there as well. So Aces Barbecue now open. Ladies and gentlemen, go by and pick some up. And don't forget the dessert, peach cobbler, banana pudding, wafers. They put wafers in the banana
Lots
pudding.
of wafers.
I love that.
Hey, they don't put
Lots of wafers.
These guys
That's
put
the
it.
real deal right there.
Cheesecake, bread pudding. Hombre, que bárbaro. Cállate, shut up. Asústame one time.
Tengo manches.
Follow them at Aces Barbecue, Texas, all right? And pues, you know, if you want to eat some great, delicious barbecue, con Aces tienes papasústame one
Oh
time.
man, brisket enchiladas? Are you
Yes,
serious?
brisket
Tengo
enchiladas.
Yeah, my wife, I bought her some, and she was like, oh my God, these are awesome. And I'm like,
I want to go do a Jack's World episode there, man. Those
You
just
should.
just for those enchiladas.
yeah.
Jax,
That
you're gonna
sounds
love
good.
them. They're
Yeah.
delicious.
Do it,
I'm
bro.
an enchilada guy. I love enchiladas.
Sí.
Yeah, shit. Man, I'm gonna go.
¿Dónde están las enchiladas más de aquellas ahí en San Antonio ahorita?
Eh,
Stephanie?
At my house.
Sí.
Good question. Good answer.
I'm gonna answer it for him because he's that. I'll
Yeah.
get him in big
Let's just-
trouble if he says something.
That's actually what I was gonna say, but I had an itch in my.
Right.
I didn't. It didn't. You. Yeah.
You had a niche from the last plate of chili, you know.
Sí, sí.
Le echas Wolf Brand chili a las enchiladas? ¿O qué?
Well,
It depends if
Sort
you're
of.
doing the American.
Sort of.
No, no.
Enchilada.
¿Cuáles son tus
There-
specialties,
I do,
Stephanie?
I do a couple of different. He likes the ones with the Wolf Brand
Sí.
chili.
That's Texas.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's Texas.
Es- los-
So he's the one that taught me how to make those because
Yeah.
I had never had those before.
No, she makes New Mexico enchiladas, which are completely different.
It's
than
totally
anything-
different, right?
Yeah, different than anything around here for sure. When I first tasted it, I was like, "What happened? Did something burn or
What's on it or what?
No, it's just well, first of all, it's an actual like red chili. Like they don't. It's not like the
We do green
enchilada
chili too, though.
paste. You know, however, you know the gravy. No enchilada gravy, not that.
Oh.
It's like grounded, like chili.
Literal chile.
Yeah, chili.
Literal
Like,
enchiladas.
Chiles grandes. See, and then usually they're flat. It's just a bunch of corn tortillas stacked with this sauce in between and almost like a casserole.
Kind of like a Mexican lasagna.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
never heard
know
about that.
It's either red chiles or green chiles.
That's
So.
freaking cool.
Yeah,
Never
it's
thought
totally
about that.
different, and now I love them. I can't get enough of them. And,
see?
yeah. It was great.
So it's totally different. New Mexico, aunque está ahí de volar, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
I mean, Texas is such a big state, you know.
Yeah.
Too
So
big.
one of the first times that we took our band to New Mexico, we had a gig out there, and all the guys were from Texas, you know, because we had already moved here, and we went back, and I'm like, oh my God, I kept telling them how great the food was, and they had to have, we eat the sopapillas with the meal. Like, we don't eat it like as a dessert. It's more like instead of a tortilla, you eat the sopapilla with your food.
Yeah.
And so I kept telling them all about everything, and so they were all excited, ordered these big old plates, and I think not one of them even like finished half of it because their mouths were on fire. Because it was so hot, because
it's a
the
different
chile
kind
is
of
really
chile.
hot.
Yeah,
It's
very hot.
I can imagine what else was going to be on fire the next day.
Hey, y regresamos.
we got all the guys an almanac that night at the store.
That's right.
Let me go put this toilet paper inside the freezer for later.
Sí.
Inside the freezer.
Hey, shout out to the band, Steph, right?
Yes, they said they were going to be tuning in tonight. I don't know if they're on or not, but of course, you guys, we mentioned Sasha earlier, my sister. Our daughter Ilea is singing with us now, so shout out to Ilea, to Bob, our bass player, Easy, our guitar player, Leonel, our drummer. Is that everyone? Did I get everyone?
Yes.
Gabe, our musical director.
And your dad.
And my dad.
El suegro.
El suegro. Tu suegro.
Sir.
So how great is it having your daughter play with you on stage now?
It's really awesome.
Isn't that crazy, right?
Yeah, she's such a great performer. And she grew up, you know, in the industry.
Wasn't
grew
she
up on
like
the
part of
road.
the Spurs or something like
She
that?
was, yeah.
Silver
For 4
dancer.
years, she was a silver dancer with the Spurs.
With the good
and
Spurs.
with the good Spurs, with Duncan and Parker and
I mean,
all the good ones.
The new ones are good too, pero you know, come on.
But yeah, so then she toured with a group out of Dallas. She started singing with an English touring group out of Dallas, and did a lot of things like all over the United States, and played for some really big weddings and things like that for stars and you know, big industry people.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit.
She's a chip off the old block.
Yeah,
Man,
she
she's
is.
incredible.
Yeah, right.
She
That's
really
great.
is.
And now she's on stage with you.
Now she's on stage with us.
You know?
And it's kind of crazy because she always said, I'm never going to sing. I don't ever want to be a singer. I don't want to do what you guys do. And mírala. I'm like, really? What happened? But it's funny because she says, you know, Mom, as you get older, she says, you know, this was something that I was around when, you know, I was little. She said it was kind of like, you know, you never want to do what your parents do. But she said, as you get older, she says, and hearing the music and just, you know, knowing that that's part of you, that's part of who you are and how you grew up. And she said she said it just, I don't know, it just works. It goes hand in hand. And she says, and I want to be part of it. I want to be part of this industry, and I love it. You know, I grew up in this industry, and I am who I am because of it.
And she's got a stepdad that's a producer, so you know.
No, that's her real dad.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry, I didn't know that.
No, it's all
That's
good.
her-
Oh, how long have you all been married?
Yeah. Well, truthfully, we're not married.
Okay, common law.
Well, we're still dating. You know,
Apenas así jala, carnal.
I'm just saying, you know.
I get mad at him. I'm like, we don't even have an anniversary.
Yeah, we're gonna have them all in 1 year. No te preocupes.
Bro, you know, you just related to like 80% of our audience.
Well, everyone keeps telling us, if you guys get married, you're gonna mess it all up.
That's what my mom says. Yeah, she's like, no te cases, mijo, porque it's gonna go down.
Yo también, right? Yo soy common law, right? Simón, la ruca no me quiero casar, but I'm not ready to settle down, right? Chinga, no me quiero vivir con ella, right?
No, I'm just saving. I'm saving
But I feel
up
like
for
a
the wedding.
schmug saying like step. I mean, what did I don't? I just
No te
but
preocupes.
I
It's all
don't think
good.
people
God.
realize because
I-
I met Gabe early on in my career, and we dated for almost 2 years. And then I got pregnant with Ilea, and then 2 years later we had Jalen, and so we've been together 28 years.
28 years.
Yeah, 28 years.
So you met in the 90s.
Yeah.
We sure did.
Going on 30
Right.
years, almost like your career.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't even know. I mean, golly, that's crazy.
yeah.
It is
It's the
crazy.
life. It's the life.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we just look so young. I mean,
I
it's
know.
hard to believe.
No, y'all look great, man. And you look great on stage.
Y'all look great.
Yeah, están bien conservados, ¿verdad?
Little happiness.
You know, I was listening to this. Did you all go to the Tejano Music Awards this year?
Not this year,
We
man.
didn't get to.
Because you all like were active people. Because I remember seeing some videos in the past where there was like Tejano Awards TV and stuff.
Yeah.
I watched all those videos.
Yeah,
you
every
know?
year, yeah.
And I think they were. You had something to do with it, didn't you?
I did. We started producing a TV show for the Tejano Music Awards called Tejano Music Television, Tejano Music Awards Television, and it was just a show that we tried to launch, man, just to try to kind of rebrand a little bit, because that's kind of what I've been noticing a little bit is that it's really hard to grow a market or a genre when the style in music never kind of changes, so it doesn't grow.
Yeah.
So I was just, we're trying to really
Freshen it up?
Yeah, rebrand. You know, we had my daughter host. She's a young woman, and also from a female perspective as well. And concentrate more on the new artists, get them in the studio, do interviews, kind of pick their brains about why they're doing this and how we could help and all that kind of stuff. But anything you start in this industry, brother, it is so hard. Like the first thing people want to do is critique it. Hey, let me tell you what you're doing wrong instead of what you're doing right. And so it's very hard, man. It's very hard for things to take off in this industry, man. And that's why I really applaud you for I know you've been on air and doing your thing for a long time now. And it just goes to show that it can be done. You come to the industry with a new fresh perspective, and especially this is a podcast, but give it a shot, try it, support it instead of knocking it so much, and let's try to grow some of these new ideas and new.
I'm the type of person, and
projects.
we're all at that age where we want to give our knowledge to people and see how far they can take it to the next level. I always felt like whenever I'm giving my experience to somebody that's up and coming, if they take it to the next level and they're on stage in front of 10, 20,000 people, I'm on stage with them, because I was, I had a little seed, a little something in it.
Yes.
So, but when we're younger, we're like, hey, no, but I see a lot of podcasts, that are going on, and, I like Bumper Gomez and stuff.
Yes,
they call me up and we trade ideas and stuff.
That's
like
cool.
that. Because we want to better everybody,
Yes,
because the more the merrier.
That's how it
know?
should be.
That's how it should be,
So
yeah.
and that's why I bring podcasts in, and I'm gonna bring you on. Our audience is gonna see you, and if they go to your site and they like what you do, they'll stick around. And
Yes, sir.
I was really like, when we started this show, I was like, man, this is great. So we can bring artists, and slowly but surely we're building it up.
Yes.
And I think it's going pretty good. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be with you in the Hall of Fame, the Tejano Roots Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's
Hey,
awesome.
congrats.
Congratulations.
Dude, I got a call last week from the CEO, the president, and they want to put me in as a broadcaster.
That's so great. That's
And
so
I
great.
was like, when they told me on the phone, I was like, I got a knot on my throat, dude. It was like, it's like, I've never won awards or anything like that, right? But, or really been nominated for anything.
Right.
But to be asked to be on one of those, the Hall of Fame Museum,
Yes,
the
sir.
Tejano Roots Hall of Fame Museum,
that's
and then I
forever,
was
bro.
going through the information, and Stephanie, you're in there as well, and so I'm gonna be there right next to you, girl.
Hey, welcome to the club.
Isn't that crazy? And then you start thinking like, man, 35, 36 years I've been in this
Yes, sir.
business,
Yes,
Crazy,
sir.
right?
and and I still feel like I've got more to give.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
You
That's what it's
know,
all
I mean, this just kind of like, radio. I don't know what's going to happen with radio, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. It's tough.
we have a new CEO, and he did say, in 5 years, the landscape is going to be totally different,
Yes,
yes.
So, who knows what's next? But I've learned that, embrace the technology, see what you can do with it to further whatever you can, whatever your projects are. And because I was looking at some of the major influencers in the world, and a lot of them started YouTube in 2010,
Yes.
I mean, they're like in the game 13 years, and they've got more than 1 million followers, subscribers. And I was like, imagine if I would have taken initiative back then and really embraced this YouTube thing.
Oh, yes.
All of us, I mean, but better late than never.
Right.
Right.
But right now, since like YouTube is just like an ocean of all kinds of videos.
Yes, sir.
You know, if you get a decent little audience and stuff like that, and people are watching your show and they enjoy the entertainment, you know, you did your gig, man.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? And that's what it is. The music industry is the same.
Yeah.
And now that you've got your own platforms, you know, sometimes I watch some of these hip hop artists that put a video on their YouTube channel and 2-3 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know what's gonna go viral.
Yeah. So the Tejano Awards, you're not doing anything with them anymore. then?
No, that was we tried to get that TV show sold. You know, everything's about getting on networks nowadays, and it was something that they wanted to put on TV, and I wasn't really interested in doing anything for like just strictly online, because it's a lot of work, man. You know how much work it is.
You're always editing and shit.
or setting up lights.
And he did again. He was doing it all himself.
Workaholic?
Everything.
Workaholic?
Yeah.
Start to finish.
What did you all think about that deal with Joe Lopez? You know, that I kind of felt bad that they offered it and then they rescinded it. I mean, they should have just followed through, in my opinion.
Right.
Even though, don't cater to the mobs or nothing. If you make it a decision, don't, because they're never going to be happy. There's people that are just never going to be happy.
Yes.
And I kind of felt kind of bad about that. What was your take on that, man?
Go ahead, Steph.
It's for me it's hard to say. If we're talking about just the contribution to music, he's a great vocalist. There's no denying that.
Well, that's what it was about.
And that's we're not talking about a personal life. We're not talking about anything else. And we all do things in life that we're not proud of, or that we've done wrong. But that had nothing to do with the accolade that he was supposed to receive. So I'm on the fence about it. I just I don't think it was right either way. It's just it's just kind of like a loss, I think, for our whole industry. And just to see the ugly side come out from so many places, it was just like, man, we shouldn't be fighting amongst our people. Regardless of anything, we need to unite and raise each other up, because there's enough of that stuff already going on. So let's just let's move past that and let's just do better and be better.
Do you think the Tejano Award should maybe offer it to him again, or just don't do it ever again? Or I mean,
that's a tough call, man. I can't speak on the organization or all that involved. But what I can speak on is that, it's just so crazy that it takes something like that for our industry to get a national headline. Like, what about all the cool stuff that happened that night? What about Beto Ramon that got Songwriter of the Year? Where was his, news clip? But that just goes to show you how bad news travels so much faster and so much bigger. Like we weren't receiving any news about how great our industry is. We're receiving that, and it's just like, what are you gonna do,
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that I kind of was like, man, it seems like every time our music, not every time, but usually it takes some negative thing like that to get our industry on the national headlines, man. And it's just like, I wish they'd pay attention to some of the cool stuff and celebrate that as well.
Yeah, man. You did a tour, a diva tour. What year was that?
Gosh, Gabe, I don't even remember.
Wasn't it in
I think it was
2006?
like 15 years ago, something like that. 2006.
2006
Sheesh.
with Shelly Lares and
Yeah,
Elida.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was reading about that earlier.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, because we researched up, or I tell the guys, hey, Stephanie's going to be in, so they kind of read up and stuff.
Yeah.
But that was such a cool thing. Then you do like a USO thing and all that.
We did. It was awesome.
And it was you, Shelly, and Elida, right?
Yeah.
In Japan.
And
Yeah.
was there somebody else?
It was the three of us.
Oh, the three of you.
The three of us, yeah.
It was a Gibson
It was-
celebrity tour, Gibson guitar celebrity tour.
Okay.
Yes.
And man, I bet that was really awesome. I mean,
It was, honestly, that's probably one of the highlights of my entire career. We had so much fun, and we were able to travel the world. I mean, I don't know many Tejano artists that have been able to do something like that. But the three of us coming together, we really just kind of smashed, borders really with that, because we were able to go to Japan, to Korea. Where else did we go? Gosh, we went to Guam. And you should have seen how much people were just loving hearing Tejano music over there. And it wasn't just Tejanos. We played for big festivals that were going on out there. Okinawa had a humongous festival, and we, I think we ended the tour there, and it was open to everyone, and there was different kinds of music that were being played that night, and you should have seen how the people just ate it up. I mean, they loved it.
Would you all do that again? I mean, like a reunion of the divas, you and Shelly and
I would.
You do it?
I would love to.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know about the girls, but yeah, I mean, that would be something. We've been asked a few times by.
You don't think they would
people.
do it, or do you think they would do it, or?
I don't know. I mean, I think she's
got that label, right?
Retired. Yeah, she's or from the road. I don't know.
That's right. She retired.
But yeah, so I don't know.
Elida's still going at it. I mean, she just released something también. She's staying busy.
Yeah, so we'd have to ask,
I'm sure Shelly would do it.
For the girls.
That would bring her out of retirement. It'd be the Motley Crue thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, what was
Well, Shelly is still young. I mean, she's still got a lot to give. I don't know why she's retired. She should come back. Shelly, come back.
Oh,
yeah.
Baby, come back.
Yeah, I guess she said she just wanted to start working with other artists. And
she has a lot. She has a lot to offer, man. And really, when you've been doing something, 25 plus years, it's like, sometimes you need to just take a left and get some new energy and some new inspiration and some new perspective. So I totally feel her for wanting to, I mean, in our industry also, bro, it's so small, I mean, how many times you're going to go play Dallas and, San Angelo and,
Do you all still talk? Do you talk with Shelly and with Elida and
Not
all
as
that?
much. I mean, everyone's, doing their own things. But I mean, every once in a while we'll run into each other or, I mean, Shell and us worked a lot together. After the Divas, we did some other projects where we did Finding the Next Diva Tejana, where we were looking for new up-and-coming female artists, and we had a big, contest, and it was a nationwide, actually. There were even people who came from Mexico to try out, and so it was really, really cool. But yeah, we've worked with Shell a lot. But
it's crazy to put three artists like that together. I mean, at a very competitive level, right, with each other and stuff like that. And
but I don't think it wasn't competitive. It really wasn't. It was more of there was a lot of respect there, and I think we all we're all so different and unique in our own. We have our own styles, and I think it just meshed really well, especially on that tour, because at that time Shelly was doing a lot of country, and that's kind of like her forte. She loves to do a lot of that style. Of course, Elida does a lot more of she was doing mariachi and just different stuff on the tour.
Yeah.
And then we kind of covered some of the English and R&B type stuff. And so it just really worked. It worked.
That's awesome.
I think it made them all
It
better,
was a
actually.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, being there and just watching them work.
Yeah.
It's like athletes on a team. It's like, oh, he just shot a 3, I can shoot a 3 too. And just it really did made them work, they really did work that stage, and to see them working together. And I think also because we were playing for the troops, there was not that whole ego trip. It was more like, we're serving for people that are serving for us.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the overarching vibe there.
And Lalo met Elida, I think, on that tour, didn't he?
Is that what happened?
Lalo was actually our drummer at that time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He hooked up with Elida. They're overseas, brother.
That's what they were saying in the chat zone. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they were here when they talked about it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. He was hearing La Mafia or something, and they both connected with La Mafia. Pinche Lifetime movie, carnal.
Adiós.
Me estoy enamorando.
So, I heard that there was a health scare with Gabe or something like that.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
And I want to know how he's doing. He looks great. He looks fine.
Before we jump into that, can I just give 2 quick shout outs for the super chats?
Let's do it.
Just a quick super chat here from Everett Ibarras. He says, saludos from Florida.
Yes.
Vidal Perez, saludos, grupo completo from Florida.
Hey.
And
We love
Marcos
them.
Morales gave us another super chat. And he says, is there any bad blood between the two Stefanis after that album situation, even though it was so long ago?
Oh, yeah. That's there was a song called El Primer Beso or something like that.
There was actually 2 songs.
There were 2 songs. And there was something that she ended up with the songs when they were songs for you or something like that. Stephanie Lynn, was there like a, I remember there was probably some type of confusion, wasn't there, back in the 90s with Stephanie? It's because she was blonde, you were blonde.
Actually, I wasn't blonde. I had brown hair back then. But yeah, well, so let's start at the beginning. I got signed with Capitol when I first moved to Texas. I released 2 singles. One was called Tú y Nadie Más and Primer Beso. They released them to radio. I was actually still living in New Mexico at the time. I hadn't even moved to Texas yet. So Capitol wanted to release the songs to radio to see if they picked up traction, if people liked them, how they did on radio. So they released them and they both hit. They both did very, very well. So it was kind of crazy situation. So I moved to Texas, started touring, and Capitol all of a sudden sends me a letter and it says that I had been dropped. And I'm like, what? Like, the songs are doing good. Like, what's going on? So my attorney started, checking into things further. And what had happened was that they dropped me a day before they were supposed to pay me my royalties. So they dropped me before they had to pay that out.
Isn't that horrible?
And they told me that it was a mistake and they wanted to re-sign me. So they wanted to re-sign me for 7 years. And I was like, wow, I'm like, okay, they want to sign me for 7 years. But I was so green. I didn't, to me, I didn't realize what was going on. And he was like, no, this is not good. They dropped you so they didn't have to pay you. And I'm like, oh, okay. So we start negotiating with Capitol. And meanwhile, the 2 songs are doing great with Capitol. They're being played everywhere. We're playing like crazy. And so I did a showcase at Rosedale Park. And I performed. So Stephanie Lynn performed actually with her brothers. She was just a track act at the time, and they were doing like R&B music.
I remember the Pegadita.
It was actually even before that.
It was before that?
They were doing English music.
Okay.
So they weren't even doing Spanish music.
The brothers had some amazing mullets.
They did. Their hair was gorgeous.
It was majestic, man. Again, amazing.
So
Silky
that
smooth.
day at Rosedale, Capitol Records was present, and then Sony Discos was also present. A representative from Sony was there. And we both performed, and the representative from Sony came up to us afterwards, and she was like, we love Stephanie. She told my dad, what would it take? Is she signed? What's going on with her? And my dad said, basically she's not signed. We're in negotiations with Capitol. And she says, well, I'm going to have our president call you. We want to talk to you about signing Stephanie. So immediately, like the next day, they contacted my attorney. Like they put in a bid, and it was like night and day to what Capitol had offered me. Wow. And it was ridiculous, honestly. Like I think at the time,
I like that word when it comes to
yes.
those type of deals.
yes. And it was, again, I was so green. I didn't understand. I just wanted to sing. To me, I didn't care about the money. I didn't care about any of that. I just wanted to be part of this industry because I loved it so much. I was just so excited to be here in Texas and recording and doing all that, the touring and everything. But so in the end, we decided to go with Sony because, it was just a no-brainer. They were offering probably
show me the money
4 to 5 times what Capitol was offering.
That's great.
And so Capitol was really mad. They were pissed.
Well, good.
Honestly.
Right? Who cares, right?
So we started, working on our new album, and then the next thing I know, there's people are like telling me about they heard the songs on the radio, but it didn't sound like me. And I'm like, what do you mean? What they had done was they removed my voice and they had Stephanie Lynn re-record the songs, and then they released them on her album, and they told everyone that it was her all along.
Oh my.
So
wow.
It did it caused a lot of just drama, and it wasn't Stephanie's fault or mine, or
so there was drama between you and her because of it.
Oh yeah.
Even though she was really didn't know anything about it, she was totally.
No, definitely. There were times when we were at autograph parties, things like that, and she would refuse to take pictures with me, or I remember it was all the females one time, and we were gonna take a picture together. And I came in at the last minute. They were already kind of all lined up, and I came in at the last minute, and they asked for me to get in the picture, and I was like, oh, okay. So I kind of jumped in at the end, and she's like, I'm not taking a picture, and I was like, okay. And she's like, if she's in the picture, I'm not taking a picture. And I was just like,
goodness.
whoa, like it's so I just learned to just kind of just stay away. And, you know, like, I mean, if anyone should have been upset, it should have been me, because I was like, those were my songs. They were released. I recorded them. And then to have people, you know, tell me that, no, that's not me. That was her all along. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. You know, we released those songs first. But, you know, it's like, again, it wasn't her fault.
That's
you know?
crazy.
But I think, you know, people try to do that. They try to pit people against each other and, you know, cause drama. And
well, the
cause
business is
things
good to do
happen.
that. Yeah.
I guess so. But it just, you know, we've never been that type of people, and I was never raised to hold grudges. I've tried to talk to her and you know, and I think, you know, now I don't see her very often, but you know, we have said hello, and you know, things have kind of calmed down now.
I mean,
But it's, you know, it's awful when that happens, because you always have people who will kind of just bring that up just to cause things or just to stir it up again.
Yeah.
But you know, it's hard to kind of tell people, you know, that this is what happened, because it's not so simple.
Yeah. Puro housewives de San Antonio.
I was just gonna say that.
Puro housewives de San Antonio se jala. Yeah. Do you watch any of the housewives?
I used to, but this one was like, hey, don't be watching that stuff, because then you come over here with ideas thinking I'm doing stuff to you, and then you get mad at me.
Give me
and
your
you're,
phone.
like, raising your
Give me your phone. Give me
Who are
your
you
phone.
talking to? Who are you talking to?
¿Por qué son así las girls que agarran ideas de los shows?
That's why. Change the channel. Change the
No,
channel.
they said they sleep and they dream something, and then they wake up y te meten un chingazo, carnal.
Yeah.
For nothing.
Like, what the
Why'd you cheat
fuck
on
were
me?
you with her? I'm like, what
Oh
the
my
hell?
God.
Well, another super chat real quick. Robert Palacios Jr. said he's down to do that with the truck, and that his
Yes.
truck has 26-inch rims.
Eso, man.
Ooh, hey,
I thought Robert.
we're gonna be needing a truck for the parade. We'll call him up for that.
No, hombre, mi pinche Versace. Vente acá
Okay.
con Lamborghini doors.
All right.
Le pongo luces Christmas alrededor y
There you go.
unos little reindeer ears y la chingada
There you
reindeer horns. ¿Entiendes la onda?
Neon
You're
lights y la chingada.
You're very economical, babe. Thank you.
Con $10 hacemos todo el parade. You know,
That's
se
great.
llena casi half a tank.
You buy everything at the Dollar Tree.
Sí.
Yes.
Women are Dollar Tree GPSs, right?
God, they have everything there.
Like,
I
mean,
love it.
You don't need a
too.
GPS. Like, if you're looking for a Dollar Tree, chinga, I need a Dollar Tree. Dale pa' acá, está uno acá y da uno allá y la chingada. You know, like physical shit.
Yes.
Oh.
GPS, yeah.
The Dollar
me.
Tree tour next
Yeah.
year. That's where we're going to be playing.
Yeah, bro. I'm serious, bro. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hey, stop giving people ideas out there.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Or Family Dollar, bro. No, hombre, cállate. Pinche Family Dollar.
You can always count on it, man.
Yeah,
Yes,
dude.
all
'Cause
the
we're
time.
in some small towns sometimes, bro, but there's always a Dollar General or a Dollar Tree.
And they have the cutest things.
Yeah.
Some of these towns, that's their HEB.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Dollar Generals with the little grapes in the front with the bananas. I'm like, oh shit, this is one of those.
No me las para allá, carnal. We were in Rankin, Texas, carnal.
Yes,
Chinga.
sir.
Puedes aventar una piedra de un city limit sign al otro, carnal, y le pegas. ¿Tienes?
Su pinche
Da un pinche Circle K nomás, carnal, y no tiene mucho, y tienes que ir a Bear Lake or no, Big Lake,
There
Big
you
Lake,
go.
right?
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
Lake. That's nothing over there, dude.
Nothing.
Damn.
Nothing.
Puro pinche fishing y la chingada to get food or something. I don't know what the
Yes.
hell they do for food over there.
Yeah, you have to be a survivalist, dude.
Yes. Yeah.
We wouldn't be able to make it in a house in a
Puro
town like
roadkill.
that, dude. There's no way we can have serenity in our lives, right, dude?
No,
I don't think so.
No, we need to have action, dude. Action.
Always.
We gotta keep doing something. We gotta get doing something. Nunca nos cae el pinche jugo a la chingada. Porque si dejo de estar andando, estar moviéndome, me comienza a doler el cuerpo, carnal.
Yes, yes.
¿Entiendes? You know, your
Yes.
adrenaline wears down. Y hijo de su pinche madre, la espalda y la
Yes.
rodilla y la chingada.
Yes.
But ladies and gentlemen, I don't have to worry about that because I go to Dr. T's
Hey, woo,
primary care for men and women.
and women.
If you're a sluggish, tired, gain weight, and you're looking for a primary care clinic to help improve your quality of life, si el sex life está medio, te dicen el mesero porque nomás le das a la mujer una vez por mes, carnal, ¿me entienden la onda?
Oh, my God.
You need to work on that, porque si no, ¿sabes qué? Va a llegar el vato que corta la yarda y la chingada y es un venezuelo, chinga, y está bien fornudo y la chingada, el vato parece toro y la chingada.
You mean tofudo.
Y tú estás ahí, chinga, echado en el pinche sofá viendo televisión con el cupcake en la mano, chinga. Necesitas un Dr. Tease, papá, porque si no, cada vez te va a querer ir a rake the leaves la esposa allá afuera con el gardener, carnal. ¿Entiendes la onda? 1-855-771-1650. Go to drtease.com and make an appointment. You'll find out more about hormone replacement therapy. That's testosterone. A lo mejor con un poquito de testosterone que te dé, cállate la boca, shut up. No te va a dejar la vieja ir a la tienda sin los chavalos. ¿Eh? Vas a la tienda, llévate los huercos. Porque no tienes testosterone ese jale. No.
To make sure you come back.
No vas a ir solo. Llévate los 4 cabrones. Ándale, vámonos.
my God.
Y cómprales quequitos y Slurpee la chingada. I can't wait to do stand-up comedy, man.
Hey, you're a
I
natural, bro. You're a natural.
I want to do it, bro. This Thursday and Friday, dude. The other night, I was just tossing and turning because I was thinking of the funny shit I was going to tell people,
Oh
bro.
my gosh.
And I couldn't sleep, bro. Like I was telling you.
Yes.
I mean, you know.
Just
I mean,
get up, take
salen
notes.
chingaderas.
Oh, yeah.
Chinga, se me va a olvidar cuando despiertes y me duermo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Put it on the
Oh, my
phone
God.
o algo. You gotta write it
I'm
down.
saying.
Email it, text it, message it to yourself. Algo,
Yes.
carnal. No
Yes,
se te
sir.
olvide.
Don't lose it.
¿Entiendes?
Yep.
So it's drtease.com. All right. Give them a call. Saludito para Dr. Tease. Stephanie, we have some pictures that we want to show before we leave. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
So go ahead and put the first picture. That's Stephanie with a little girl. That
Wow.
I don't know where this is. It has to be here in the Rio Grande Valley. And it has to be some sort of special award show or something, because I'm in the next picture with you, and I don't like the way I fucking came out, but you know, chinga,
Oh,
pinche
my
vato feo de a
word.
madre. I am interviewing you. They caught me in a bad. That was like. It sounds like I'm going. Oh yeah.
Oh my word.
Mira nomás, chinga, man. I mean, boy,
Hey,
andaba
but
bien.
that's a nice vest, though.
Está
For real.
bruto, ¿verdad?
For real.
Dice Corona Texas.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Corona, saludos.
yeah, and I'm interviewing.
Gus.
I'm interviewing you.
See,
Must-
I knew we had done something because I told you I remember him. Like I know that we did stuff together. Like when I was here years ago, but it's been a long time.
I mentioned on the show that I don't remember if I ever did an interview for Puro Tejano and all like that. They sent
Yeah.
me the picture. Look,
Yeah.
dude, you were there. You interviewed her. Like
That's
freak
so
out.
funny. So that's our daughter. That's
Yeah.
Amelia.
Really?
Yeah, you see the way she was looking at you, man.
Yeah,
she would be the. She was
man.
always. There would be people to come up and, hey, Stephanie, can we take a picture? Yes, and she's holding Aaliyah, and Aaliyah just turns and looks at him with the meanest face. Get away from my family, you pig!
Tell them. She would get so mad. She was like real, like very
Protective.
protective of us.
And now she's on stage with you?
Oh, yeah,
And she's still very
she's still very protective.
Was there security, backup
Big
dancer?
time, big time.
Le pone, le
She'll
pone
throw the
Joe
Guido.
Le pone Joe Gutiérrez en el chat. Nombre se parece a Gómez Adams.
Ya sé. No me parezco más a Uncle Fester, carnal. Uncle Fester. Picha, mira, Uncle Fester, carnal. Quítame el pelo a tu Uncle Fester, carnal.
Oh,
No,
that's all I
hombre.
hear. Oh.
Ese así me parecía cuando andaba bien endrogado y mamado y la chingada. Ese era el alcohol y la droga. Ahora estoy bien simpático, ladies and gentlemen. Ya no estoy así. ¿Me entiendes? Ok. I'm handsome now, ok. Así como Dusty Rhodes acá atrás, carnal.
Ay, ay.
There's people on the chat going, cállate los hocico, Rod. Y déjate la barba, güey. No te la quites. What's the next picture, baby? Let me see.
Oh,
Look at that.
yes. One of
Selena.
my favorites.
Wow.
Yes.
Is that Freddie Correa on the left side over there?
It
Barrio
is.
Boys?
Yep.
Is that Lalo Reina? Nah, I'm playing.
Who are those? Those are just fans, right? Or
Okay,
do you
so
know any of them?
the one in the the Texas A&M hat is my little brother
Okay.
Ronnie, and then the one in the middle was our keyboard player Clark. My sister is the little girl that's next to me. My sister Sasha.
Yeah, wow.
And then Guillermo Rodriguez was our bass player, who's like right next to Freddie. And then of course Gabriel's right by me and Selena with the big little smile.
Yeah.
And then actually our drummer at the time, who's standing next to Selena, that's
Jimmy Edwards Jr.
Jimmy Edwards, or Jimmy Edwards' son,
Oh.
Junior. Yeah.
Wow.
And then Jose was our guitar or
guitar player at the time, yeah.
And he played with Jay Perez for a long time after he played with us. So, yeah, that was some of our band with us that day.
Next picture, babe. Let's see what we got next. Oh, there's a band picture.
Man,
That's your current band, right?
Yes, that's the
gang.
guys right there. And
Oye, el Gabe anda bien wide Herb de madre.
Hey,
¿no?
sheriff. There's a new sheriff in town.
Anda bien Karim León de madre.
Ay, eso es-
Ahorita hemos visto en Karim León.
it's the craziest thing though, because people like this past weekend it happened again, and they'll be like, "Where's Gabe?" And I'm like, "He's right there." That's not Gabe. I'm like, "That's Gabriel." That's not Gabe. And I'm like, "Yo, that's Gabriel." It even happened with Leonel Correa of La Calma. Gabriel and I were walking up to a gig and we were holding hands, and Leonel comes up to me and like whispers in my ear, "Hey, where's Gabe?" And I'm like, "Leo, this is Gabe." And he's like, "No, hombre." And I'm like, "Leo, it's Gabe." And I'm like, he doesn't look that different just because he has
This stash,
cowboy hat and a
tell you,
mustache.
man. Hey,
¿Te queda, güey?
It's a power
I love
stash.
it. Yeah,
I'm just
I love
saying, puro time selic.
Oye, bro, you rock it, bro.
Thank you, Bob.
That's a
Simón,
power
carnal.
stash.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Te
You know,
watchas Magnum P.I., carnal.
pues,
Simón.
I'm investigating the scene.
Sí, pues puro pinche Yellowstone, el camarada.
Yeah, I told him that's who we should have been for Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ripping.
Next year.
Yes,
Next year.
Está
so
bruto el
next
show
year.
ese, ¿verdad?
I love
When the
it.
hell is it starting again?
I don't know, but they
Not
need to
soon
hurry
enough.
up.
Nunca, pinche Kevin Costner. órale.
November something.
Bro.
Chingao.
They need to
Bro.
get with the program.
Oye, ¿sabes qué necesitas en el sombrero ese? One of those urban cowboy feathers. You know,
Sí,
los
los feathers.
Simón, ¿te acuerdas los pinches feathers de Johnny Lee, carnal?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Like Pam. Pam
Yeah.
had one on Urban Cowboy. She had one.
Yes. I do need that.
Let me see. I got, aquí tengo la rolita para que sepa, para que le
Let's see.
quede. Sissy, get in the truck, Sissy. Hello?
Hell yeah.
Oye, Stephanie would knock this one out of the ballpark too, bro.
Ooh,
Yeah.
easy.
I spent a lot of time looking for you.
Oh, let's do
Come
duet.
on.
Yeah.
Pero en español. Chingo de
25
fiestas.
years of common law was never truer.
Oh, it's a hit. It's a hit.
Yeah. Reality, carnal. Reality.
Yeah.
Te
Keep it
pegan al
real.
clavo a todos, carnal.
Keep it real.
Yeah. Let's see. Do we have another picture, babe? Let
Yes,
me see
I
it.
think. Hold on, let me see.
Alright.
Oh, yes.
Andaba buscándote.
Quesitos.
I love that. All right. That's the latest song. Let's put it on right
Oh,
here.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, so we can get it on. So
Bueno, man.
oí la guitarra. Sounds big.
I love to play it live, too. It's so fun.
Hey, hey.
De ti no me quito, eres tú mi amorcito, mi dulce placer. Yo te quiero conmigo.
Hey.
De verdad te
Come on,
lo digo,
come on,
me
come on.
haces enloquecer.
Get it. Solo.
Sabor.
No me canso de ver todas esas fotos.
Hey, te mueve esta cumbia. I don't even feel sick no more.
Ya le pegó el NyQuil.
It's hitting good.
I like this song. Man.
Thank you, Bob.
Está bien movida, bro.
Ven, lléname de tus besitos.
La producción, papá.
Thank you, Bob.
Esos quesitos exquisitos, bebé.
Es lo que te dan todas las noches, Gabe. Puros quesitos, papá.
Puros quesitos.
Sí.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Sometimes, cuando te portas.
Sometimes they're quesotes.
When he's good.
Bueno, deja el pinche video game, carnal.
Sí,
I was
pues.
gonna
seamos-
say.
I got a fish.
quesitos.
I got a fish.
Pinche video game, déjalo, carnal, para que
Sí.
los quesitos caigan, ¿me entiendes? No?
Sí.
Pero conmigo, de verdad te lo digo, me haces enloquecer.
Shout out to everybody in the chat zone. Dicen es un cumbiazo.
Thank
We
you.
love it.
Thank you.
Puro seguir in the house. Wow, she sounds great, says Javier Morin. Kelly Delgado, she says, sing it, Stephanie.
Oh, love you, Kelly.
Madre.
You know,
Cynthia Guajardo says, my jam.
Yes.
What's up, Cindy?
Oh, y luego le
Lester?
pone Shadow Boo, le pone Mustache Rides Are Free. ¿Qué pasó, bro? Oye, man. yo no sabía.
Sometimes.
Oye, ese vato tiene mustache de Emiliano Zapata, carnal.
And shout out to Lucho Rivers for his super chat. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
So
Shout out to
I
everybody.
think we got one more picture, right? We got one more picture? Let's see. A ver, vamos a ver.
Oh, yes. This one?
Yeah. Yeah, happy birthday to Tia Claudine Varela. Right? I saw that on your Instagram and I said, let's give her Tia a shout out on the
That's
show
so
today.
sweet. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy
She's the
birthday,
sweetest
Tia.
Oye, anda pie la tía, mira.
I know, she by her Ferrari.
Oye, anda. Mira nomás un carrito, man. That's nice. So is she from San
New
Antonio,
Mexico.
New Mexico?
Yes,
Albuquerque.
she's my mom's sister. Yes, my mom's sister.
Great woman.
Yo le
Probably
quiero
at the
preguntar
casino.
algo a la tía. Le voy a preguntar, ¿quema o no quema, tía?
Quema acá, quema
¿Quema o no
acá.
quema? No le puedo decir a la tía.
Yeah.
That would have been funny, though.
Hey,
¿Quema o
guys,
no quema, tía? El mamalón.
it was a blast having you guys on the show tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We had a
Thanks
blast.
so much for having us.
And it
This
was
was
a long,
awesome.
it was a long time coming, you know.
Yes.
I mean, it's interesting because I felt the nervousness in you, and I was getting nervous myself, and I never do, right, babe? I'm like,
Never.
I'm like, whatever, you know, let's do it, let's rock. But I guess I felt your nervousness as well. It's like we hadn't really connected. We hadn't connected, and I hadn't reached out. You hadn't reached out, and I felt maybe they're feeling intimidated with me because I'm like so freaking ugly, like on that picture, right?
That's what it was. It was that.
No, it's that big personality. Sometimes it's like, ooh, like, like, does he want us to go?
Yeah, no, I sure as hell did. And
Awesome.
it's just
Thank
that,
you guys
know,
so much for coming.
There's so many people. I want to have everybody on the show at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I have to kind of like, split it up a bit and stuff. But I'm glad we finally had this done and we got it done and we're going to do it again. Okay.
Yeah, awesome.
In 2024, we'll do something in spring. Come on in and talk. And I'm sure you guys are going to have. Now, you follow Stephanie and follow Gabe on Instagram so you can find out about where they're playing, the music they're releasing. They put out, I mean, that's a job in itself, having to, keep promoting and doing all that stuff on Instagram. So make sure to give her a follow and tell all your friends to follow her. Share her Instagram and share it with others. And that way they can start getting a really good traction on it.
Thank you.
Real quick, they were asking in the chat zone if this song is available for streaming. One of our fans, Mark Fabula, says yes, it's available on all streaming services. Is that a confirmation? It is
Yes.
available.
Yes.
All right, everyone, it is available. So go now and listen to it 24/7. Let's get
Subscribe.
Let's get those streams going.
Yeah. Well, now what I tell everybody to
Thank
do,
you,
what I tell everybody to do is like put it on loop and then darken your phone and then just,
Thank you.
if you have the
Hey.
premium, if you
Thank
have the
you.
YouTube premium,
Yeah.
pues just let it run all night.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And the next
Thank you.
morning,
Good idea.
and if we get a 2,000-3,000 people to do that, can you
Yes.
imagine?
Yes.
I
Yes,
mean,
that would be amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
so much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
and then
appreciate
of course add it to your playlist so you can listen to it.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then I would highly recommend to put the Bento
Viento.
Viento X, is it right? Or-
Yes. Viento and StefaniMontiel.
Yeah, and it's mis favoritas. I mean,
Sí, mis favoritas.
those songs are awesome. You can listen to them over and over again. They're so easy on the ears and stuff.
I
mean,
think
you just have to-
Flecha was our favorite, the funnest one
That's
to
my-
record.
yes, I
yeah.
love that one.
Let's jump in and
we love Roberto,
Let's
man.
hear
We
Roberto.
love him. So.
My favorite one to play live. I love it.
El acordeonazo. Los pitos.
Yeah. Fabian Hernandez, man. Yeah.
You stay true to the song, bro.
Oh yeah. Got to, bro. You can't mess with that.
Ay.
Mira, 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 qué fuerte me tiras. Mira, 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 te llevas mi vida.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mira cómo hieres a diestra y siniestra. Por ser como eres, te llaman la flecha.
Yeah.
Todas esas noches te he estado soñando.
That was so awesome that you
Oye,
did
no
that
más.
Roberto Pulido song. I mean,
I love Roberto and Diana, all the family. They're so awesome, and they've always been wonderful to me. And I mean, Roberto, he's like, his vocals like Come on now. Like,
How did you hit that?
Yeah.
he's amazing.
You had
Always
to
has been.
put Stephanie on a couple of soap boxes so she can reach the note. Man.
Yeah.
Is that what you had to do, bro?
Bro, all kinds of tricks.
Whatever works.
Hey,
Right?
we got it.
They actually, that's what I used to have to do when I was little because no one could see me.
Yeah.
My dad would like stack up like his saxophone case, or they'd put me on speakers because nobody could see me because I was so tiny.
Tiny,
So.
tiny.
Chiquita pero picosa.
Yeah. That's nice and crisp.
Thank you.
Sal in the house says, damn, that sounds crisp.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I want to thank you all for coming
Yes,
by,
sir.
and it's awesome to have you here,
Thank
and
you.
we appreciate you.
Thank you.
And all the work you all do to keep this thing going. I
Thank you,
mean,
sir.
it takes a lot of work. A lot of people don't understand, how we never rest. You never rest when you're in this industry.
Never.
I mean, you're always reaching. And after being 30 years, to still have that flame, that passion, to continue doing what you're doing,
Yes, sir.
it has to be the passion and love for the music and the music industry
Yes.
and business, and
Absolutely.
just the entertainment business as well. I mean, there's nothing like getting on stage and just seeing the fans appreciate what you've been working hard on for
Yes.
30 years.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely incredible. I know this was like your 30th anniversary tour this year, right?
Yes.
So you're still playing, and you're still going to finish off the month, and you're going to be, performing towards the end of the year, right? Or you didn't take Christmas off? Is it going to be like that?
Not this
No.
year. We
No.
never do. I mean,
Yeah.
this year has been crazy for us. I don't think we've had a weekend off. This is going to be our first weekend off. I can't even remember the last time we had one.
Very true.
So this weekend is our first weekend off. We'll be back in San Antonio next week. And then the rest of our gigs are private gigs for all of December. So the only public gig that we have right now is New Year's Eve. We're going to be playing in Corpus Christi with Beto Ramon.
All right.
Yeah, so we're super excited about that. So we'll be there at the Emerald Beach Hotel. So if you guys want to come and join us for New Year's Eve, it's going to be awesome.
And if you all have any influence on any committees from cities around Texas or New Mexico that have festivals and stuff like that,
Yes.
bring on Stephanie. She's going to bring 110% with Gabe.
Thank you.
I mean, they're going to put on a hell of a show. And the music's going to be absolutely amazing. Thank you guys for joining us, all right?
Thank you so much.
We
Steve.
appreciate you guys.
we
and
love you, man.
Congratulations. Keep up the great work. You guys are amazing. I love how you guys have this set up here. It's just so cool to see it behind the scenes. We get to see it like the fans out there, but to be here has been just such a treat. And kudos, like I always say, kudos to you guys. This is awesome, and congratulations. And congratulations on your Hall of Fame induction.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well deserved.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow night. We have a show with Flo Hernandez, and we also have Valente Rodriguez. I couldn't even say Rodriguez as well, because we're going to do comedy on Thursday and Friday. So tomorrow, 8 o'clock live, we're going to be on again. We're working hard right here for you
Yes.
fans out there.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody wave at the camera.
Bye.
Buenas
See ya.
noches.
Quisitos.
No sé cómo puedes estar satisfecha si eres una flecha